We got roofied at our own house party. Our college was like most. We had the senior send-off tradition, so we have our fraternity senior send-off party for all the guys graduating. We were like a week away from graduation. There was an off-campus event unrelated to us that happens, and the university puts a ban on all house parties going into the last weekend of school. At first, we're like, yo, fuck that. We're having a party anyway. Because I had 4 buddies who were literally like my brothers. Family and family.
I got family.
For me, school was about finding those genuine friendships that were going to have an impact on my life the rest of my life. The social experience of school is what I really was always looking forward to. Really, what motivated me to graduate on time was to graduate with those guys. When we found out that our senior send-off tradition was not going to happen, we're pissed. Yeah, we're going to throw a party anyway, fuck that. Then we start hearing the ramifications of that. If you get involved in any type of party, there's criminal charges. You're going to get kicked out of school. You won't get to walk if you're a senior. And we're like, okay, it's actually not worth throwing a party. So the following week comes and I had like one of my final advisor meetings just to finish up all my graduation stuff. Find out I'm a class credit short. I'm not graduating. So I literally snapped in the meeting. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? My advisor's like, it's your fault. Like, you're the class credit short. There's nothing I can do about it. And I'm like, they just missed it earlier on in the year. And I was just so pissed because now it's like no senior send-off party. Now I'm not graduating with my friends. So I went back and told them, fuck it. We're going to have a party anyway. Like, I'll take care of hosting everything. If you guys just let me have the party here, we'll do it. It took a little bit of convincing. I had to have a pretty good plan, but they were like, yeah, let's do it. We had to put together a list of who was going to come to the party. It wasn't going to be anything huge, and we didn't want anyone walking up, like obviously coming to a party. So we did a BYOB. We had all of our fraternity brothers and close friends bring their drinks, drop them off during the day. And if people didn't want to wait for us, we just had them drop them on our porch with their name on the alcohol, and we were getting ready to go. I mean, it was a pretty good plan on my part, and as it started to come together towards the end of the day, I was like pretty proud of myself. I'm like, actually pulled this off for the boys. We were about to start pre-gaming. We get a late knock at the door, and there was a bottle of champagne with a note like, "Hey, shout out you guys for having this party." I was like, "Let's go." We're like, "Wow, that's really nice of someone who's coming to this party really appreciates us." We popped a bottle, poured a couple cups of it, had our toast with the boys. I think we had 2 or 3 cups of it each, and then boom, lights out. Woke up the next morning on the couch in my party house, and I was just like looking around. House is trashed. And I had blacked out before, so I'm like, usually you remember bits and pieces of the night, and this night I just was a clean slate, blank. And I'm like, when you first wake up in the morning, especially when you don't remember what happened the night before, it's real calm, and it was a real calm morning for me. I'm like, what a night that I don't remember. The house we had was like a 5-person house, so I started looking around, and nobody's here, and I checked all the bedrooms, nobody's home. This is a little concerning. I started hearing a bunch of like commotion outside, so I'm like checking my phone, see that our house is like kind of all over the local media feeds, and people like outside of our house, cops knocking on the door, and I'm like, okay, not sure what happened. And as it really started to kind of, because that scared me, so I started looking around. Obviously, I wasn't going to answer the door because I don't even have an answer for it and know what's going on. And I started looking around. Our house is like more trash than usual. Look out in our backyard. We got like a car in the middle of our yard that ran over our fire pit and stuff. And there's just, the house is just completely trashed. So I was trying to get in contact with my buddies, try to find my buddies. I turned the TV on, go to like the local news station, and our university presidents, we will identify and apprehend the members of the house that threw the party last night. And they've got our address up on the thing. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm just kind of sitting there in shock, trying to process everything that's going on. Because again, it would have been different if I remembered like what we did the night before, but I have no idea what's going on. So as I'm starting to like put together my night, I'm like, okay, and they said they were going to do a press conference, like a press conference after they apprehended the individuals later in the evening. So I'm like, okay, so that gives me less than 12 hours to kind of find my friends, figure out what exactly we did, and then have an explanation for local authorities in our university because I'm not trying to get my buddies in trouble or get kicked out of school. So I'm like kind of panicking, putting that in my head. And I swear to God, I'm slowly starting to process this task that I'm up against for the rest of the day. And then my buddy Kyle walks out of the closet and he's screaming because his head got shaved. Kyle, he was like known for his hair in college, so he usually had like this curly afro, like flow, low key. And he comes out and his head's totally shaved. And he's like, "What is going on?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but we're going to have to figure it out." So that's the plot for my movie script, 219, A College Kid's Story, in a nutshell. So the best way to describe it is like a college hangover with a Project X Animal House crossover as the setting. It was just inspired from 3 of my favorite movies. Pretty much any Todd Phillips directed movie I've probably watched. He's kind of the person that all the stuff he's produced has kind of inspired my writing over the years, and 219 A College Kid Story is definitely right up there with those, in my opinion, as far as how I structured it and how the story flows. But I'm sure some people have watched this before, picked up that I did a little. They probably recognized some of the elements of that knew that it was a script story coming. But I don't know. I really enjoy, especially since I have so many true stories that I've told on here. I do really enjoy occasionally blending in the script stories. I'm going to keep trying to do that more and hopefully get the attention of somebody that can help me get this produced. Why else are you on social media? If you're not if you're not trying to make millions of dollars off social media and you're trying to use it as a way to promote your product, I think as for all your writers out there, if you have a decent social media following, I would highly recommend just trying to share elements of your work in a way where you can promote and try to get your stuff out there, and just keep grinding and just keep going for it. And honestly, just anybody who's chasing a dream out there, just keep going. Try to find a way, because there's always going to be people who don't see the vision or don't believe in you when you're starting out. Like, that's just part of it. But as you continue to go and just stay persistent and you believe in it, you'll find a way, because the only one that's really in the way of anything we're trying to accomplish in life is ourselves. And it's a roller coaster figuring that out. But as you do, you'll see that when you get your shit right and you are really just taking care of what needs to be taken care of with you and what you can control, those opportunities start to come to you. And I'm saying that as someone who hasn't necessarily gotten that opportunity yet. I've got a couple good opportunities that are kind of flirting with me, but I got a lot more work to do on them. So it's just one of those things. If you're a dreamer, man, just chase it. Don't let any criticism or any doubt from outside people who question you, don't let that affect you. Just keep doing your thing, keep believing in yourself, and you'll find a way to make it happen. I mean, you can look back on the course of history in any field or occupation, the dreamers who grind it out and keep going and never lose faith in themselves and believe in themselves, those are the ones that make it. So I hope to everyone out there who's chasing the dream that you get to accomplish what you're trying to do, and don't give up. I think it's Napoleon Hill that says usually your greatest victory comes after what seems to be the worst failure. So just stay positive and keep grinding with whatever you're trying to do out there in life, and hopefully you all accomplish it. I know I'm hoping for that every day. I know I'm just a phone call away, and I keep waiting for that call and doing the work that's required to get to that point. So that's today's episode. 219 A College Kid Story will be a movie someday, and that's it. Talk some time.
Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get easier? I'll be up and away up the street and bake, but I can't even breathe no more. What's it to me?